Hey everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. Welcome back to another video here today. Today we're going to be making this really cute thank you box. And this one was originally designed to hold a gift card. Yours will be the exact same size. Will also do so. I received this as a thank you from somebody else, and I just thought it was so stinking cute that I had to help recreate it for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to need is some designer series paper, and today I'm using this 6x6 paper pad. It was kind of more of a fall themed pad, but that's okay. We're going to use it anyways. Excuse me. So you are going to need two pieces. You're going to need one that is 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. You're going to need another one that is 6 by 6. So these are the two that we're going to use. We're going to go ahead and score them identically. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me grab my scoreboard. Scoreboard. All right, I'm going to do the 6 by 6 one first. So if you have your 6 by 6 at the top here, we are going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inches. Then we're going to score at 5 inches and 5.5 inches. Rotate this 90 degrees and do the same thing. So 1/2 inch, oops, 1 inch, 5 inches, 5.5 inches. All right, piece one is done. Repeat that on the second piece and I will be back. There we go. All right, so I have both pieces scored. We are going to go ahead and fold and burnish along all the score lines. Just fold your cardstock, grab your bone folder, and burnish all of your score lines on both pieces. And once that is done, I will be back. All right, everyone, I am on my last score line here, so fold and burnish. All right, I am now going to show you guys what you actually need to cut off. So if all the corners are the same here, so I'm just going to use this white pencil, and everything I'm chalking out needs to be removed. All right, so these squares here all need to be removed. So you need to remove the 3 outer squares around that innermost square on all sides. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. And how we're going to do that is you want to cut as close to the score line as you can. And then you want to cut off that score line there and just remove it. So again, cut off and remove. So do the same thing all the way around on both pieces. So again, I'm going to do this one more time for you. Cut up that score line and cut it off. And then cut up the score line and cut that one off there as well. So what you should have when you're done is just one little square here and then 3 missing squares. Do that on all of your sides of both boxes and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I have both of my pieces looking like this, I'm actually going to turn it over so you guys can see the score lines better. And we still have our little squares here intact. I'm going to go ahead and pick one of the sides, cut up that score line, and then just cut out this teeny tiny little wedge, which basically means you're cutting off that score line. So that's the amount that I'm pulling off. I don't have to pull off a lot. And I'm just going to go around all 4 corners of both of my pieces and just remove that score line edge at an angle. There we go. Just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't take much. So go ahead and do that and I will meet you back. Now we have two pieces that look the same here. So all of them, they all have these little freestanding tabs here. No big deal. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add adhesive to these. If you guys are a fan of score tape, go ahead and use score tape, red line tape, whatever you choose. I'm using Fast Fuse for speed's sake. I do not suggest snail, due to the fact that snail is just not strong enough to hold your box together. All right, can't remember where I have tape and where I don't have tape. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that. And as I tape myself to the bottom here, just real quick, adding just a small amount of adhesive to all of your corners. Then very carefully, without sticking your box to the base here, go ahead, turn it inside out, add adhesive to the very top 1/2 inch score line. All the way around on all of your pieces. Ooh, careful there. All right, and again, before you finish, all right, without sticking this to yourself, you're gonna fold your tab in, take your cut edge to your folded edge, stick them together, push your tab in. Do the tabs first all the way around. Cut edge to folded edge. Use your finger and stick your tabs in. Again, cut edge to folded edge. Stick your fingers, use them to push everything in. Okay. Cut edge to folded edge. Stick your tab down. Then all you gotta do is go around very gently and fold over your 1/2 inch tabs. So if you've added adhesive in the beginning, and I apparently forgot to add adhesive to one of these. Oh, this one still has it, okay. It's a lot easier than what I'm gonna have to do right now, which is add adhesive, which can be very awkward if you're not careful. Okay, see? Now we have our box top. Do the same thing for the base. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's a little hard to get these things apart. So what I'm gonna do is to actually just cut out a notch. So pick a spot, just take a little snip, like right here, right there. And I'm gonna cut a fairly wide V. Cut one side, cut the other side, pop it out. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Now, you could typically do this with a punch, except for the fact that I don't have a punch that has a small enough diameter, I guess, between the, like there's no 1/2 inch top piece there. So again, this works just as well. It works just as quickly. Don't worry about it. And again, when you put your box back together again, you have something to hold on to pull it apart. So my little V's replace this little notch out here that they have in theirs. Okay, so now we're gonna add some ribbon over the top like they have. And how we're gonna do that is I have this just regular old ribbon that I thought would look really pretty with it. Woo. And I'm just honestly gonna use a glue dot. I find attaching ribbons with glue dots to be much easier than anything else that I've ever found. So I'm just going to take the glue dot, stick it at the very edge of the ribbon there. Whoop, pick up my box, and then just place my ribbon all the way down there. Carefully wrap it all the way around, figure out what my end should be. Say right about there. Add another glue dot to the end of my ribbon. So in answer to your question, how much ribbon are you going to use? 6 inches. I just didn't measure it out first. I just did it off the spool. So yes, you are going to need approximately 6 inches of ribbon. Now this ribbon here is just some brown gossamer ribbon, I guess is what it's called. I do not remember where I got it from. to be 100% honest. So there you go. Okay, next, what are we gonna need to finish it off? So I'm also gonna make this a thank you box. And so I'm gonna try to recreate this thank you a little bit. So this was the black ribbon. I replaced it with some brown. I liked the brown with the, I believe we're calling this bronze color, this bronzy color. I liked the brown with it a little better than I liked anything else. I'm gonna clear off my space here just a little bit. So I grabbed a 1.5 by, no, sorry. This is a 1.25 by 2.25 inch piece of the same cardstock that I used for my base. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stamp this and we're going to emboss it. So I just grabbed any thank you stamp or birthday stamp or congratulations stamp or whatever that you would like. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this thing with an embossing buddy. Baby powder also works because guess what? That's what's inside the embossing buddy. Just a quick do. All right. Grab your Versamark ink. Tap, 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 tap. Aim for the center of your piece. I am going to grab out a scrap piece of paper to slide under this. Now I have a bronzy colored, a brown bronze colored embossing powder. If you do not have that, you know, always use brown. Brown also works. You can also stamp in brown first and then put Versamark over that if you wish. Tap off all of your excess. Beautiful. That's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide all this stuff back into the bottle and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and slid all that back in the bottle just to get it out of the way. Grab your heat gun. Woo. Now this is going to get very loud and I do apologize, guys, but what you're looking for when you heat this up, I will leave it on the whole time, is you want it to go like a glassy color. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. All right, please be careful with your fingers. It does get very, very warm. All right, woo. Make sure I'm grabbing the right piece here. There we go. So we need to mount this here, this thanks, on something. So I went ahead and grabbed the same coppery color out of the center here. This is a 2.5 inches long by 1.5 inch tall piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use dimensionals to mount this. And actually, I'm going to use dimensional tape. Be right back. All right, guys. So what this is dimensional tape. This particular brand is Basic. I believe Scotch has one as well. Not required. You guys can just use regular dimensionals if you so choose. But I like the fact that it's going to cover the entire thing and I don't have to worry about it. That, and I'm not picking off tons of little dimensionals. And good. All right, so a nice big wide piece of dimensional tape on here. Pull off the back. See, the back's always the hardest part for me. Getting rid of the back of anything apparently is the hardest part for me. And stick it in the center there. So it gives it a nice framed looking piece. Now I'm also going to do the same thing. I'm going to actually add a whole nother set on, or a whole nother strip on the back of this piece here of dimensional tape. Cut it off. Whoop, there we go. Again, I'm using just the tape because it's a little faster, actually, I should say, to use. That is all. Again, if you guys have regular dimensionals, those also work just fine. Just add quite a few of them to it and you'll be fine. And I'm aiming for the center. Actually gonna pull my box apart, flip it over, press it down. Make sure those are in there. And there we go. We have our little thank you box. So these are really quick, really easy reinforced boxes. They fit gift cards, they fit jewelry, like bracelets and that kind of stuff. So I think it's a really great little box to have in your repertoire and can be made in a variety of colors and styles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are looking for any of the dimensions or anything like that, go ahead and check out the description box below. So you guys don't have to rewatch the whole video. Don't worry about that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe on that. Click on that subscription button right down there, I should say. And thank you guys so much for joining me. This is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions saying, see you guys next time. Bye.